Have you ever sat quietly and asked yourself, what really makes me happy now? After 70, every year feels like a treasure, doesn't it? The laughter of grandchildren, a call from an old friend, or even a neighbor's wave can warm your heart. But sometimes those moments don't come as often as we'd like. What if you could create your own joy deep within without waiting for someone else to bring it? Today, we're exploring how to stay happy without relying on others. I'm here to share 6 simple, heartfelt ways to fill your days with light, all on your own. These ideas will lift your spirit, keep you healthy, and make every moment feel meaningful. They're not complicated, just small steps that can transform how you feel. Let's walk this path together with a warm heart and an open mind and discover how to make happiness your own. Point 1. Find your own spark. Let's start with finding your own spark. Something that lights you up inside, just for you. Maybe it's painting a sunset, tending to a rose bush, knitting a scarf, or even writing stories about your childhood. These aren't just hobbies. They're little pieces of joy you create. When you do something you love, your heart feels lighter and your mind stays calm. Studies show that activities like these can lower stress, ease tension in your body, and even help you live longer by giving you a sense of purpose. Think about it. When you're lost in something you enjoy, the worries of the day slip away, don't they? Take a moment to remember what used to make you smile. Maybe you loved baking pies for your family or tinkering with model trains. If nothing comes to mind, try something new, maybe a watercolor set or a journal. Start small, just 10 or 15 minutes a day. You don't need to be perfect. It's about the joy of trying. For example, my friend Clara, at 75, rediscovered her love for playing the piano. She hadn't touched a key in decades, but she started with simple tunes. Now, she plays every afternoon, and she says it feels like her heart is singing. That spark is yours to find, and it can brighten your whole world, no matter who's around. Point 2. Build a simple routine. Next, let's talk about building a simple daily routine. Life can feel unsteady sometimes, especially if you're waiting for others to fill your day. A routine is like a gentle anchor. It gives you something to count on. It could be as simple as waking up at 8 a.m., sipping your favorite tea while reading the paper, or taking a short walk after lunch. This isn't about being strict. It's about creating comfort and rhythm. Having a routine can ease your mind because you know what's coming next. It's like knowing the steps to a familiar dance. Routines also help your body. They improve sleep, keep your energy steady, and even reduce those anxious feelings that creep in when the day feels too open. For instance, my neighbor Tom, a retired teacher, felt lost after his wife passed. He started a morning ritual, coffee, a crossword, and a stroll around his garden. He says it's like his day gives him a warm hug now. Try picking 1 or 2 things to do at the same time each day. Maybe it's watering your plants or listening to a favorite radio show. Over time, these moments become your own, and they make you feel grounded and at peace. Point 3. Connect with nature. Third, spend time with nature. There's something magical about the outdoors. Whether it's the rustle of leaves, the warmth of sunlight, or the sight of a bird hopping along your fence. Nature doesn't ask for anything. It just gives. Sitting in your backyard, walking in a park, or even tending a potted plant on your windowsill can make your heart feel lighter. Research shows that just 20 minutes outside can lower stress, ease physical discomfort, and make you feel more alive. It's like nature wraps you in a quiet, healing embrace. You don't need a big adventure. If mobility is a challenge, try watching the clouds from a chair or feeding birds from your porch. Even a small pot of herbs can bring you closer to the earth. I remember my Aunt Mary, who, at 80, started growing tomatoes on her balcony. She'd talk to them every morning, and she swore they grew better because of it. Those moments outside gave her a sense of calm and joy she hadn't felt in years. Nature is always there, ready to lift you up, no matter who else is around. Nancy's story. Let me share a story about Nancy, a 72-year-old widow from a small town in Ohio. After her husband, George, passed away, Nancy felt like her world had shrunk. She used to love hosting family dinners, but her kids had moved away, and her friends were busy with their own lives. Some days, she'd sit by the phone, hoping for a call, but the silence made her feel empty. One rainy morning, feeling particularly low, Nancy noticed an old sketchbook on her shelf. She'd loved drawing as a young girl, but hadn't touched it in years. On a whim, she picked it up and started sketching the flowers in her garden. At first, her drawings were shaky, but she kept at it, spending a few minutes each day. Soon, she started taking short walks to find new flowers. Roses, daisies, even weeds caught her eye. She'd noticed the birds, the breeze, the way the light hit the petals. One day, she realized she was smiling, not because someone called or visited, but because she found joy in her own company. Nancy even started sharing her sketches with her neighbor, who encouraged her to keep going. Now, she has a little collection of drawings, and her days feel full. Nancy's story reminds us that happiness can start with one small step, right where you are, and it doesn't need anyone else to bloom. Point 4. Practice gratitude. Fourth, let's talk about practicing gratitude. This is about noticing the good things in your life, even the small ones, a warm blanket, a kind smile from a cashier, or a memory that makes you chuckle. Each day, try thinking of 3 things you're thankful for. Writing them in a notebook can make it even more special. It's like collecting little treasures that remind you life is still rich. Gratitude shifts your heart from what's missing to what's right in front of you. Studies say it can help you sleep better, lower stress, and even make your heart stronger by calming your mind. Try this tonight. Before bed, jot down 3 things that brought you joy today. Maybe it's the taste of your morning coffee, a sunny afternoon, or the sound of your favorite song. My friend Helen, at 68, started this habit after a tough year. She wrote about simple things, like her cat curling up next to her or a call from an old friend. Over time, she noticed she felt lighter, like she was carrying her own sunshine. Gratitude doesn't depend on anyone else. It's a gift you give yourself, and it grows with every moment you notice. Point 5. Keep your mind active. Fifth, keep your mind active. Your brain loves a challenge, and it doesn't have to be hard. Try a crossword puzzle, read a new book, or learn something small, like a few words in Spanish or how to make a new recipe. These activities keep your mind sharp and your spirits high. Research shows that mental challenges can slow memory decline, boost your confidence, and even make you feel younger. It's like giving your brain a daily workout, keeping it strong and ready for life's adventures. You don't need to be a scholar. Start with something fun, like a jigsaw puzzle or an audiobook about a place you've always wanted to visit. My Uncle Fred, at 77, started doing Sudoku every morning. He says it's like a game that keeps his mind buzzing and his worries at bay. If you're not sure where to start, try a library book club or an online course. Many are free. Your mind is yours to nurture, and every new thing you learn is a little victory that adds joy to your day. Point 6. Spread kindness. Finally, spread small acts of kindness. Write a note to a friend, smile at a stranger, or leave a kind word for someone, a cashier, a neighbor, even a delivery person. These moments don't need a response to feel good. When you give kindness, it comes back to you, filling your heart with warmth. Studies show that helping others releases chemicals in your brain that ease pain, lift your mood, and even add years to your life by reducing stress. It's like planting seeds of happiness that grow in you and around you. For example, my friend Tom, the retired teacher, started leaving little notes for his mail carrier, thanking her for her hard work. He didn't expect a reply, but one day, she left a note back saying it made her day. Tom says those small acts make him feel connected, even when he's alone. Try one kind act a day. Maybe compliment a neighbor's garden or share a recipe. It's a gift to yourself as much as to others, and it doesn't rely on anyone giving back. Happiness is something you can create right now with small, meaningful steps. You don't need to wait for someone else to bring it to you. Find your spark, build a routine, connect with nature, practice gratitude. Keep your mind active and spread kindness. These are your tools to make every day brighter. Think about Nancy and Tom, who found joy in their own way. Which of these ideas speaks to you today? Maybe it's starting a new hobby or writing down what you're grateful for. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What did you learn, or how do these ideas make you feel? If this resonated with you, please give a like, subscribe for more heartfelt tips, and share it with someone who might need a little light. Let's keep growing happier together, one day at a time.